Greetings, human life forms. I'm the Meister. Welcome back to yet another prediction video. Real quick before we get started, I have made a prediction video for over half of these teams, a majority of them. I'm working on the AFC West, and then I just have the AFC North, and then I'll get into the playoff and Super Bowl predictions as well. So, for the Raiders, there's a lot of talks about Davante Adams possibly joining the Raiders. So if that happens, yeah, that's gonna dramatically change these predictions. But for now, he is a Green Bay Packer, so I'll have him stay on the Packers, even though there's no Packers involved in this schedule. But no Davante Adams on the Raiders in these predictions. I do also have a Twitter that I do mostly bias Bill stuff on. Links in the description below. I also have a Twitch that I stream on from time to time. That is also in the description below if you want to follow me over there and watch me play games. But the Las Vegas Raiders, for their team, defensively, yeah, it's not that good. It's pretty bad, in my opinion. I mean, they have Yannick Ngakoue. He's like the only kind of name on that defense. I mean, the rest of that defense is just young, inexperienced players. So there's like not too much there. Offensively, they have Josh Jacobs. He's a pretty solid running back. And receivers Henry Ruggs and John Brown. They picked him up from the Buffalo Bills. And then, of course, you got, I think he's a top 3 tight end in the league, Darren Waller. And of course, you have Derek Carr throwing the football to those guys. But my big concern with this offense is the offensive line. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know why they let all those offensive linemen go. But their offensive line does not look too pretty. So keep that in mind in these predictions. So without further ado, let's get into Week 1. Hosting the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Football. Last game of Week 1. Ravens defensively is a very solid defense. They did lose a couple players in free agency, most notably Matthew Judon to the New England Patriots. It should still be a pretty solid defense, though. One of the best cornerback duos in the entire league with Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters. So overall, it's a really solid defense there for the Ravens. Offensively, could be really good this year. They did lose Orlando Brown to the Chiefs in a trade, but it's kind of, I don't know, yeah, it was kind of more of a fair trade, but it would kind of help the Chiefs more now than the trade would help the Ravens. But yeah, running back wise, you got J.K. Dobbins. Ravens are looking, hopefully he can take a step for them, for their sake. Lamar Jackson, he's a quarterback though, even though it's kind of hard to tell these days. But he has his guys to throw to, like Mark Andrews, his top tight end. You also got Marquise Brown, and then you got Sammy Watkins. He was picked up from the Chiefs. So, I don't think this game will be too close. I'm going to go Ravens there, Week 1. Week 2, at Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers defensively, it's another defense that did lose a couple players, quite a bit more than the Ravens did. Again, it shouldn't be that bad of a defense this year. Could still maybe let up a few games to some good offenses, but still be pretty solid overall. Offensively for the Steelers, another team with an offensive line issue. Because, yeah, I think they have an issue there. It's another thing going on there. I don't know what's going on with that offensive line. But they have Ben Roethlisberger. He's throwing the ball to guys like Deontay Johnson and Juju Smith-Schuster. And then you got Najee Harris, the rookie running back. So we'll see how he plays in his first year. But I'm going to go Steelers here, Week 1. Steelers are the home team. And I do like their defense a lot better than the Raiders. So going into Week 3, hosting the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins defensively, I think, is a really solid defense. unless they're facing off the top offense in the league like the Bills. then yeah, they have issues. But overall, it's another really solid defense. They did lose Kyle Van Noy to the New England Patriots, but they still have a really solid cornerback duo in Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. They also picked up Jason McCourty, safety from the Patriots, so I think that's also another help there. Offensively, you have Tua Tagovailoa, second-year QB. We'll see how he plays. He didn't look too good in his rookie year, but he didn't even play the full season. Myles Gaskin at running back. He's looking to be the guy to carry the load for the Miami backfield this year. And then receiver position, you got Devontae Parker, you got Will Fuller. This will be his first game as a Dolphin because he's suspended for the first 2 games. And then you also got the rookie there as well, Jalen Waddle. You'll see how he plays as a rookie. I don't know how involved he'll be in his first season. We'll see, but I'm going to go Dolphins there, week 3. Dolphins, again, just overall the better team. Week 4 at Los Angeles to take on the Chargers on Monday Night Football, another Monday Night Football game. Defensively, I think it get better. I mean, they kind of had a down year last year, but they're getting Derwin James back. He was injured all last season, so it's a big help for the Chargers to get him back and playing on the field again. And then Brandon Staley, defensive-minded head coach, they picked him up from the Los Angeles Rams. He was the defensive coordinator for the Rams last year when the Rams defense was statistically the best in the league last year. So hopefully with Brandon Staley's experience, it can really help that defense a little bit more. Offensively for the Chargers, they really bolstered that offensive line in the offseason, so that's going to be a huge help for Justin Herbert in his second year. We all know he was Offensive Rookie of the Year last year. Had a phenomenal rookie season. And then you have Austin Eckler at running back. So we'll see how many catches or targets he'll catch. Passes he'll catch. I don't know, I said that so weird. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams at receiver. I think it's another issue for the Raiders. I'm gonna go Chargers here. I'm gonna go Chargers. Week 5, hosting the Chicago Bears. Bears have a really good defense, probably top 10 in the entire league. They did lose Kyle Fuller, though, to the Denver Broncos, but it should still be a really good defense there in Chicago. Offensively, the quarterback position, we know Andy Dalton will be the starter for at least week 1. That's all they said. We don't know if Justin Fields will be in by week 5, or if Andy Dalton will still be at the helm week 5. Who knows? But running back position, you got David Montgomery and Tariq Cohen there. Really solid running back duo if they can stay healthy. Receiver position, of course, the big name, Allen Robinson there. It's another game. I gotta go Bears. I just got to, man. I mean, it's so tough because I'm not a fan of this Raiders offensive line. I think it's going to really hold them down this year. Week 6 at Denver to take on the Broncos. Broncos, another team with a really good defense, a really solid pass rush. Pass rush? That's weird. Pass rush with Bradley Chubb, and of course now they're getting Von Miller back. He was out the entire last season with a torn ACL, I believe it was. So he's back for the Broncos. He'll be a big help for that defense. Offensively, another team with a quarterback issue. Will it be Drew Lock? Will it be Teddy Bridgewater? Who the heck knows? Big situation there. But, oh my god, why these stupid ads? You gotta be kidding me. It's the ads that keep moving this thing up and down. Yeah. God dang it. I'm just choosing against the Raiders this whole season. Week 7, though. Week 7, hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. I think this is where the Raiders will get their first win of the season. Finally, against the Philadelphia Eagles at home going into the bye. 1-6, a pretty terrible start. But if they have Devontae Adams, that'd probably be a winning record right now. Coming out of the bye at New York to take on the Giants. Giants defensively, I think, is one of the more underrated defenses in the league. Especially that one game that I really thought they had a phenomenal game was against the Seattle Seahawks last year. They held Russell Wilson and that Seahawks offense to only 12 points, which is really good. And they still won, even with a backup quarterback in there, too. So that was like a really good sign for that defense, which makes me like them a bit more. Offensively for the Giants, you have Daniel Jones in his huge Year 3 season. Hopefully, he'll have a breakout year, at least for Giants fans' sake. With Kenny Golladay now at wide receiver, the new star picks him up from Detroit. And then you still got Sterling Shepard there. And then, of course, the running back, Saquon Barkley. I gotta go Giants there, Week 9. Week 10, hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. Week 11, hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals coming off of their bye. Ooh, man. That's a tough one. Ooh. Bengals defensively, I think could definitely be better. I think it's better than the Raiders defense overall, but yeah, it's still not a pretty defense there. Offensively, Joe Burrow, people thought he could have won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but he got injured because of that offensive line. People are hoping that offensive line can get better this year. They did add a few more pieces, so for Bengals fans' sake, hopefully it gets better for the offensive line. They have Joe Mixon at running back his season. I heard he'll probably be getting a lot of carries this year, but we'll see. We also have Tyler Boyd and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins at wide receiver. Whew. This is a tough one. This is a tough game. Coming off of the bye, I'm going to give it to the Bengals there, Week 11. Week 12 at Dallas to take on the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. Cowboys defensively is pretty atrocious. At least it was last year. We'll see if it gets better this year. They added a lot of rookies and stuff. So we'll see if it can get better this year. They do also, I think, what's his name? Quinn. Dan Quinn. He used to be head coach of the Falcons. I think he's the Cowboys' new defensive coordinator, so we'll see how that works out. Offensively for the Cowboys, one of the best in the entire league. They have Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, great running back duo. And then, of course, you have Dak Prescott at QB throwing the ball to guys like Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup. Be one of the best offenses in the league. At least it should be. It should be. So I'm going to go Cowboys there, Week 12. Week 13, hosting the Washington football team. I still can't believe they don't have an actual name yet. Because the Cleveland Indians and now the Cleveland Guardians. And they are able to get a name like that. I don't know if it's different because this is football, not baseball, but I don't know. But yeah, for Washington, they should have one of the best defenses in the league this year. Just like last year, they have guys all over that defense. Offensively, I think could be very underrated this year. They have Ryan Fitzpatrick at the helm, slinging the ball to guys like Curtis Samuel, and then you got Terry McLaurin there as well. Running back position, you have Antonio Gibson, so we'll see if he can get better this year. He was pretty solid last year as a rookie, but oh my god. I feel bad for the Raiders. I mean, I really, honest to God, feel bad for the Raiders here. Like, I seriously do. It's just really bad. Really bad situation, dude. It's just really bad situation. Like, so many good teams. It's a really tough schedule. Week 17 at Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Colts defensively, I think, is really going to be solid this year. You know, hate to do this. I, honest to God, hate to do stuff like this, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, I feel like Adam Rank right now, but I just, honest to God, do not see this. I mean, if Davante Adams is on this team, this is a playoff team. Just moving on. Yeah. This is just, like, look at their schedule. They have the Ravens, the Steelers, the Dolphins, Chargers, Bears, Broncos, Chiefs twice. Well, they do have the Chargers twice also. Broncos twice. They could be good this year. Washington, you got Dallas, you got the Colts. I mean, that's just a really tough schedule. Oh, alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh, man, that's crazy. It's crazy. If you guys enjoyed the video, a like would be appreciated. If you guys are looking forward to the rest of these prediction videos, I recommend subscribing and turning on the bell so you do not miss when I upload a new prediction video. And with that, I don't have much else to say except Lifeforms out.